Welcome to DIY RV and Home Camper's Life. My name's Greg. Today we're out here camping at Warm Lake out of Cascade, Idaho. Beautiful place, really nice. We pulled in yesterday, got set up just in time to have a thunderstorm come in. We never did see any lightning, but we had a lot of thunder. We had pea-sized hail coming down, and storm lasted a little over an hour. Heavy rains, and then wind picked up, and I mean, the ground's a little moist, but everything else is dry and everything like that. This morning it was clear. We're starting to get some cloud buildup again, but not too bad. And it's only supposed to do this for the day or two. So, and then the weather's supposed to get a little bit warmer. So to help combat the heat, I've built a mister system in the past, and there's a link to that mister system. And then just this year, I went ahead and I even upgraded even further, and there's a link right there to the upgrade where I put a little pump to it. And now I'm doing another upgrade. I'm going to change the whole mister system out. I got on Amazon, kind of looked, and I found a kit and picked that up. And we're going to build one here today. So here's what came in the kit. We have 18 meters of 1/4-inch tubing. We got 24 of the T's, 24 misters, the tubing cutter and removal tool. We've got zip ties along with some clips that we can nail in for permanent installation, 2 plugs, some Teflon tape, a universal connector so we can plug this into like a 1/2-inch pipe or something like that, and then tighten it down. Then we have a slip-on 1/4-inch to garden hose connector, and also a compression style connector going to garden hose, and 2 T's. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get all set up, and we're going to start cutting this and start placing it. Now with the old system that we had, it came with some clips that we could clip around the tubing and clip to the awning. So I'm taking those, and right now I've got 5 of them, so if I do need more, I'll jump on Amazon, try to find them and order those so I can have those, and I'll even leave a link in the description below for those. But I'm going to use those and see if that's going to work. If not, right now I do have a couple other things that I can use to get by until I get that. And then once we get it all built and set up, we'll try it out. So let me get some stuff rearranged, and come back and we'll start making the system. All right, I'm ready to go. So pardon if I do get kind of dark and light, kind of working underneath the awning and everything like that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start by just taking my tubing, and I'm going to put it around these clips that I've already got here. So we'll just throw that out, and I'm going to lay this out first, and then cut it as I need it. I'm going to go ahead and take one of those 90s that came with the kit, put that on there, and that'll be my end point right here. Then just go along and we'll hook these up for temporary. Now we've got it there. I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that we're kind of even over there. Got an idea where I want it, so I'm just going to go ahead and just get a little extra, and we're going to cut. So that cutter made smooth, easy work, clean end on it. So as we see, that tubing does want to kind of keep twisting on us. So what do we want to do there? Now, I've just taken a couple weights, put some weights here to help keep this down, because of the natural tendency for this hose to want to twist. It was trying to pull the awning up. I am going to need to get some more clips. The ones I thought I had with me, I don't have, but we're going to go ahead and continue and get this built. I'm going to go ahead and, so right here in the center, I'm going to put a nozzle. I'll even probably put a nozzle right there too. And so in the middle of each one of those, And then when we get down here, we've got the tubing. We'll work on getting that straightened up too. So let's keep going. So I've just got a T in my hand. Just kind of ruffle center. Doesn't need to be exact. We're just gonna go ahead and snip it. And now these T's, all you have to do is just press it into the tubing, give it a little pull, and it's done, and that's it. Hang tight. I'm going to do something just a little different. All right, we're back. This is an ever-evolving system that we're building right here. So what I did was I actually took a bungee, one of these miniature bungee cords, and I hooked it to the 90-degree on the very end. And what I did was just strung that to the arm. And now we're just gonna, as you can see, it's just gonna hang inside. So let me get this done real quick, and we'll figure out where we want to cut it once I go get the cutter. Now, if you can see, it's just sitting there, nice and tight. We can turn it, make sure our heads are all going to be the same direction. That is going to be, I like that. I actually do like that. You know what? And I think in the case of an emergency, if we have to roll this up, we don't have to drop that. We'll test it out and see if it's going to clear the door and everything like that in the future. But let's keep going. So I've got one. Go ahead and put some of these in my pocket. And very specific on my measurements here. So it's right here. Come in. We like that right there. So we're going to snip. Did you see that? It took off on me. And just grab that like that. Come in. And boom. There it is. It's going to have a little sag with water in it, but I mean, heck, we can always tighten it up a little bit too. These connectors are pretty good at holding, keeping the tube in place. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've done. So we've got some just small bungee cords hooked right here, this little hook right there. We've got the tubing pressed in to the T's. We've got the mister hooked in. There's our garden hose connector right there. And then again, same thing. And we just kind of walk on down and get to the end. And as you see, we did do it that way with the weight, but we can always pull that off. And again, wrapped around, a little sag to it. Probably be a little bit more with water in it, but not too bad. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let that sit for a second. Let's test it out. GoPro in hand. Here we go. Come around now. You can see I've got a jug of water here. I've got a suction tube with a piece of, pipe just to keep it straight. I use this for filling up our freshwater tank too. So this is our freshwater pump. So all this is for potable water. If this works out great, I might get one specifically for this so I don't have to do my potable. But right now that's how it is. And we do have potable water available here at the camp. So here's our pickup tube. Comes in, goes out, and goes around the tube right here, the hose, on up, and you can see I have bungee corded the hose around the awning arm. Now, I've got it set up to where it can stretch, and I'll show you why I've got that done in a minute. And then we come up, we're going to come around, and you can see we got a bungee cord here again, and we go, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 heads. Okay, the last one's an elbow. The weights are probably going to come off. They were there initially. I was going to try to do it right off of the awning, and then we've got this. So let's walk back over. Let's hit the power button off of our jackery to kick the pump on. I'm actually going to let this truck go by. I don't know if you're hearing that in the background. And that way you can also hopefully hear the pump as it works. And so here we go. That is the pump running. Honestly, I tell you that. Okay, I'm going to pick my camera up and move it. And we're going to shut off for a second. What do we got going on here? All right. Well, we've got a little bit of adjustments to do. I'll be right back. Well, as you saw, we had a pretty big leak there. I think what I figured out is that's 3/4 inch pipe, not 3/4 inch garden hose. They're kind of similar, but different. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and snip this one off, and we're going to put this one on, and we're going to try it again. Now hopefully we don't spray everything again. So again, boom, real easy. Now the only thing I'm not excited about is the filter, which, you know, that's the gasket too, so we got to have that in there. But we're going to go ahead and just put that right now. That's nice and tight. And now we just got to press fit in here. Boom. Okay. How about take 2? And we're going to turn our GoPro on, and you're going to hear that beep. There's the beep. Now, shall we try it again? See all the water on the ground? And action. No leakage there. Ooh. So it is cycling a little bit more than it normally does, but that is because we have more heads on it. And I think if we want to, we can always remove a head or not, but go over here, and looks like we got a little leak we got to address there. But it's not too obnoxiously loud. Putting off some good mist. So let me shut it off real quick. So we got it turned off. Nice thing is we don't even have to have it here. If we want to, we can take it out further, you know, and tie it between some trees, or even our quick shade or what. So I think in the extreme heat, we're gonna just love it. We've loved the last one that we had. And we can always, if there's too many nozzles or something like that, we can always plug some off. There's ways of doing that. So I'm going to ask my wife to come over and bring the awning in. I want to show you what I've done here, because if you're going to do something like this, I recommend that you wrap it this way. Don't put the hooks over this. So go ahead and please, if you would, honey. As we see, now this is on our awning, which is a Carefree awning, I believe. And if I'm wrong, of course there'll be a little title there saying I'm wrong. But as we're coming in, you're going to see where this bar is going to try to wrap around. And that's what we don't want to bind, along with right here too, that pinch point. So the bungee cord allows us to actually shut the awning all the way down. And again, we can always bring this up, and I'll probably, you know, change that out a little bit, put it up a little bit higher, but there's that. You know what, this has been a fun project, you know, a little bit longer than what I expected it to take, but I mean, if you guys like the project, please hit the like button, subscribe and share. Oh, and check out my wife's beautiful wreath that she made for 4th of July. Wonderful, isn't it? So, again, if you guys like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, and until the next one, happy camping.